today we are very easily blaming the social media and the digital revolution that has come about. And we are thinking that we are going to have a better relationship. No, the relationships were always bad from the past, except that they didn't have divorces.
Welcome to the Change My Way of Life podcast. Jai Shree Krsna Guruji.
Jai Shree Krishna.
Yeah. So, Guruji, are we in today's day and age romanticizing family relationships that they were somehow better than what they are today?
Yeah, during the olden times, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s and all, we used to love watching romantic movies, we loved watching romantic movies and the beautiful scenery around. And in India, we had the hero and the heroine dancing around trees and singing colorful songs. The scene is no longer like that. You will find that even this kind of romanticism does not exist because we have become very digital even in that aspect. I am in college, or I am a young man who has taken up a job. I am going to look out for relationships. Where am I scrolling? You can understand this? There is no way in which I can get out of it. And I am becoming very particular about this every weekend. I need somebody to be with me. And I'm never going to be satisfied because I have choices. Do you know how many choices are there? Were there choices in the past like that? I don't think so. No, today I have digital choices, where I can go and scroll. It is something which has happened, and the relationships are deteriorating because nobody can find strength in this kind of a relationship, which is going to be for a day or two. Somebody is ghosting, somebody is doing something else. It's a part of life. Earlier, a breakup was a very long thing. A lot of crying and a lot of, heartbreak and all. Today it is, you don't even have to inform the person about it. That's it. You don't connect at all. You are already with someone else. This is what has happened today. How do you get out of this? Even married couples are not interested in talking to each other. They don't want to talk to each other. When there is a disagreement, they would rather go to a consultant and get the thing sorted out through that person. What kind of a life have we got ourselves into? Nobody wants to talk to each other and sit down, maybe have a fight, Olden times you could fight it out at the dining table and lot of throwing around and stuff like that, crying and yelling and all that. Finally you made it. You make up. But this doesn't happen anymore. Why? Because we are involving an outsider as well now. And that outsider is more business oriented than you are. You are looking for getting back into a relationship or out of a relationship. That person is interested in earning his living. Why is he going to be interested in anything? So I think we have to find these weekends clearly for this purpose. No traveling, no doing anything. Get into that Sabbath mode. Get together, have a meal together, fight if you wish to, do whatever you want to over the weekend, and be ready for the show next Monday. Monday morning.
Yes, Guruji, it seems you have described a loss of intimacy in the family. Is one weekend enough to correct that?
I think there is something which has been tried out in the past, whether it is over the weekend or whatever. The past was also like this. From hunter-gatherers, where we came from, to the mythology that we are living in, let us take an example of two very important characters. One person is Arjuna from Mahabharata. Do you really think he had the time for his wife? I doubt it. With 4 more husbands, I really doubt it. And he had 5 wives, I believe. And he was always on an expedition. With that Ashwamedh Yagya going to distant places and searching for lands. What kind of an ideal relationship he would have had? Think about other great people from the past. In our world, we had the king and hundreds of concubines. People had illicit relationships in the past as well. Every person, I can tell you this much, you go to the interiors of the villages and you will find that this is somebody's wife and that is somebody's grandmother. And I have met 4 grandmothers and 5 grandmothers and 6 grandmothers. And they keep on saying, this is my grandmother. How is she your grandmother? Do you mean to say that there are so many of them? So we have gone through this before, but today we are very easily blaming the social media and the digital revolution that has come about. And we are thinking that we are going to have a better relationship. No, the relationships were always bad from the past, except that they didn't have divorces. Maybe there were no courts. Maybe there were no lawyers at that time. And it was only one-sided. That means it was more a patriarchal family. So being a patriarchal family, the wife had to listen to everything that the husband said. There were no choices there. Today we have a choice. Today a woman has equal opportunity. She is going out and working. She has got more brains. And there are certain things which are missing today. You know what is missing today, I can tell you. The understanding for a man is missing. The man is not understanding these things at all. If he has a wife who is 40 years old or 45 years old, does he have even an iota of knowledge of what she is going through? He has no idea. He has no idea about childbirth also. He has no idea of the pain. He has no idea about what a woman goes through. And on top of it, if she is supposed to go and work, then he has no idea what is happening in the offices. You understand? She is having to face the boss. She has to face the husband. She has to face the children and the whole world around her. So educating the males is very important now. See, I wouldn't have educated Arjuna. If Arjuna was there in the past and I had to educate, I can't do that because he is not going to listen to me. No. Today's day and age, if I want to have a good relationship, if I want to build a very solid foundation in my relationship, I need to understand both the sides of the coin, the male as well as the female. The woman has to understand the man's side and the man has to understand the woman's side. And both have to work together in this. Then only we can work towards a better society. And see, what we are doing in our Change My Way of Life program is I am advising a lot of these young couples. Many couples have come to me right in the first week of their marriage and have said, Guruji, we want a divorce. I said, you are just married. What are you talking about? First and foremost, you have taken such pains to get married. There have been so many things that have happened. You have spent so much amount of money and now you are saying, I want a divorce. First week itself, how can you be such a silly person? And I have worked over with their relationships. Today they are happy couples. I've seen many of them and it has been a good experience. And practically when I'm teaching them in my Way of Life program, I am showing them both the sides of the coin. It's not that I am telling the man that he is supposed to do this. No, I'm telling the woman also she is supposed to do this. We have to get the feelings back again. True love, which is no longer there in this world, we have to get back to that true love. We have to find it. Very important part of it is training the younger generation. You know, a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old boy has no idea what a young girl is. He might have watched enough porn, by the way, but that doesn't give him any right to understand what a woman is. Nobody has explained to him. No class there for him. So when he is going for the marriage or when he is going to get into a relationship, he has too many expectations. A lot of expectations. and he is expecting the other person to perform as per his way of thinking, which is not going to happen. It is a two-way street now. So educating the youngsters is a primary focus. Then we have to educate the married ones. Then we have to educate those who have children, because that opens up another relationship angle which nobody had thought of earlier. After that, it is the retirement and so on. So it is not a small story. If you are getting married, you are thinking of a very long-term relationship. You are not thinking short-term. And you be ready for all the things that are going to happen in that. And that is the reason why, if we have to work towards this goal, we have to empathize. We have to become more caring and loving towards the other person. But these are just words. How you build them up in your life is very important. The spiritual world also has a lot of lessons for these younger couples, for the older ones as well. I try to give this knowledge during the satsangs. If you are not ready for marriage, you have to get ready for it. If you are not ready for a relationship, get ready for a relationship. And do not search for an ideal, because there is nobody ideal in this world. There is no ideal relationship anywhere. So we have to become very much in love with what we have today, rather than having some great expectations and feeling terrible about it later on. This is something which we have to change our attitudes.
Yes, Guruji. It will actually take effort on our parts to make a change. How do you inspire an individual to make that commitment to change?
The way we consider our career as a very important goal in our life. For a man and for a woman today, career has become a very important goal. Family and relationships also should be given equal importance. And for that, we have to start right at the beginning. When we are talking to our children, who are going to be the future, we have to show them love. We have to handle them in a different manner. We have to give them all that they want in the world, which will make them better citizens and better human beings. See, competitive human being is one aspect which everybody wants their child to be. No, give equal importance to relationships as well. Today, you will find in India, especially in the places where we are today, I don't think the mothers are taking interest in their children. There is a maid who comes, somebody who comes, and she is doing literally everything. And then they expect the school to do something for them. The school is working in a curriculum. You cannot expect the school to give you something which a parent is supposed to give. So we have to start at the beginning itself. That is the first point. Second point is to build up this entire relationship angle throughout their life till they come of age. If we do not inculcate this kind of an education to them and practically show them, they will be having unnatural kind of expectations and demands from the society, which they will never be able to get satisfied with. So education is a very, very important step for both these people. That is the males as well as the females. They have to know and understand this. And there are too many issues nowadays in gender bias and so many things which are coming up, which was not there in the past. We never had so many LGBTQs and all that. We were not distinguishing them as separate. But today it has come into the picture, and we have to pay attention to that as well. How we work around with our environment is also very important. See, you will find that you cannot be bossy to people. You cannot push them around. There are lots of things which have come into the picture. Even touching a child or touching someone has become a crime now. So that is something which we have to take into consideration. And law by itself is also not helping anybody. It has become more, a funnel for getting more, as far as your wealth and stuff like that is concerned. People are more keen on that and all that kind of stuff rather than focusing on the relationship. So I think we have to start it right in the beginning with the children, with the young adults, the office goers, or the people who have gone into the world to work and all. And later on, the married couples and the children's, and so on and so forth. So we have to give them an education and give them practical knowledge and show them what we can do.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so very much for speaking with us today.
You're welcome.
If you have enjoyed this presentation and would like to be informed of new presentations, remember to like, share, and subscribe or follow. Thank you.